Don't be afraid of wearing all white clothing. I know it's not the most forgiving color, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I admit it, wearing white can be super tricky because white is not a forgiving color. It shows all the highlights, all the shadows on our body, and then you top that off with all of the fast fashion white clothing out there that's just paper thin material. It's just not a good combination. So here's what you should look for when you are buying white clothing. In this outfit, I am wearing a bustier dress with ruching on the bottom. Now, when you're buying white clothes, because it shows all the highlights and all the shadows, you need something with structure built into it. So the corsetry and boning of the bustier portion of this dress holds the shape down and really holds me down into that shape. And because of that, it creates where the highlights and shadows are going to be. On the bottom half of the dress, we have ruching. Ruching is really great for hiding areas that you want to not highlight. The tufts in that pattern of the ruching determine where the highlights and shadows are going to be and makes a great concealment for areas like the tummy area or the hip area. You're going to want to find white clothing that comes in a thicker, heavier material. This is for two reasons. Firstly, you don't want your foundational garments to be showing underneath. And then secondly, coinciding with the structure, you want a heavier material so that it hangs on your body nicely instead of cling to all of the different parts of your body and create more highlights and shadows. A thicker material is kind of hard to come across when you're buying from fast fashion, but it definitely can be done. I recommend if you are going to shop fast fashion for white clothing, buy it during the winter seasons or the colder seasons. Usually clothing stores will have thicker materials during these seasons and make it much easier and more forgiving to wear. Wearing all white can require a certain amount of preparation involved. Firstly, you need to have flesh-colored foundational garments. This is super important so that no lines are showing underneath, especially if you are going to be wearing thinner material that you find in fast fashion stores. So if you're going to be wearing pants, I recommend wearing seamless flesh-colored panties or thongs. And you can find these at Victoria's Secret. I'll link them down below. I have like a bajillion of these and they are lifesavers. If you're going to be wearing a dress, instead of wearing the seamless panties, I recommend swapping them out for flesh-colored bike shorts. Now this is great because no lines are going to be showing, but you also get that nice security of wearing the shorts underneath the dress. So not only will you feel good, but you'll also look good too. For the top portion, if you're wearing something that does not already have that structure built into it, I highly recommend getting a flesh-colored bra. Particularly one that has thinner straps, a thinner band, something that is not going to be showing through, that fits really well. I also highly recommend getting adhesive nipple covers. I link that down below too. I get these from Amazon. They are amazing, especially when you're wearing something strapless or if the straps are really thin. It's really great, a really great way to kind of hide everything. So we're not going to sit here and pretend like white clothing is not hard to maintain, because it absolutely is. And it does stain easily too. So you're going to want to have some stain remover at the ready just in case. I have two different ones that I really like and I always reach for whenever something happens, because it usually does happen with white clothing. You're also going to want to make sure you have a cleaning routine that will be able to maintain your white clothing. I have really good relationship with my local dry cleaner. They can get out any stain that I can't get out. And just in general, I try to be a little bit more mindful when I am wearing white clothing. And so just watching where you sit and watching what you're brushing up against can also help as well. Lastly, if you are going to be wearing all white, you need the perfect white accessory just to make sure it all ties in together cohesively. I have this super cute mini white square purse that I have been wearing with all of my white outfits, and it ties in so beautifully. And I also show you what's inside of that bag right here in this video. Go over there and check it out, and I'll see you when you're there.